This is the level for my game. I envision the character having crashed into a planet, and so this part of the level begins after she's discovered where she is, realized that her ship needs repairs, and she's now running out of fuel in order to power the various parts of the ship. So she is going to go out to look for plants to make fuel.
My ship's energy cells are nearly depleted. Hopefully there's compatible organic matter here that I can use to create more fuel.
So as you can hear, the first achievement that I did is this one goes to 11, implementing audio, both ambiance and sound effects. You can hear the music in the background, and there's a lot of character dialogue to show prompts and cues for where to go and what you're seeing, and also so you kind of are following along with the character.
The crystals are beautiful. I wish Lucy were here to see this.
So I'm using it to just enrich the world a bit more. And you can see in the upper left corner the objective, find plants that could be used to make fuel. So what I actually envision that is a more it will update based on the audio prompts that occur, and so that would appear after the first audio, and then when she gets new tasks or something changes, that would change as well. So I envision there being a lot more on-screen UI elements than I've implemented currently.
A piece of metal! Maybe I can use this while repairing my ship.
And so there's also going to be scrap around that she could use for the ship, but she's looking for the plants.
It's edible but won't work for fuel. I'll have to keep looking.
And that's an example of a plant that is not the right one for making the biofuel. The second achievement I did is Let There Be Light. I've used light in the crystals and in some of the plants to simulate bioluminescence, and use it to kind of guide the player and highlight the paths and objects, as well as just make it more
It's
immersive.
edible but won't work for fuel. I'll have to keep looking. There is a lot of plant life down here. There must be a lot of moisture in the air.
And I'm using the audio again to just have the observations in the world.
It's edible but won't work for fuel. I'll have to keep looking. They look like some kind of beetle. I wonder if they eat the mushrooms.
So what I've done for the sound is I've created a lot of box colliders, and I attached the sound to that. It seemed like the easiest way to get things working. I'm sure that there are better ways to implement it with polishing the game, and yeah, but for now it's working to move through.
More scrap for repairs.
And here's another scrap piece, yeah, currently you can't, I don't have a pickup implemented, but I envision that happening. So when you actually find these items, you're picking them up, just like when you find the appropriate plant, appropriate mushroom, you pick it up so you can take it back to your ship.
Yes! Now I just need 2 more suitable plants and I can create new biofuel.
Another thing that I would do at that point is update the objective to say how many plants you're actually carrying. At this point, it's 1.
It's edible but won't work for fuel. I'll have to keep looking.
So, the other achievement, the third achievement, is what happened here. I've used assets to decorate all over the level to show, to use environmental storytelling. And I also think that I get the fourth achievement of emotional damage because what I was trying to have you experience while you move through this level is the same wonder and curiosity that the character herself would experience, and I think that works pretty well since it's such a really pretty environment.
Wow, that's a big one. I hope it won't notice me if I sneak past.
And there's a lot to see, like this gigantic beetle.
I see more of the green mushrooms over there.
And what I also try to do with the environment is place the crystals and the plants in ways that kind of guide you in the direction that you need to go. And here, there's another of the green plants, but I didn't want you to actually be able to pick it up, so I added this.
The beetles are eating the mushroom. I better not get too close.
Eventually, I would also add some type of additional movement for the beetles, so they're actually moving around and not just staying in place with their limited animations. And over here, that is the robot head, which is one of the main objectives that you're not aware of, but becomes one of the main parts of the story as it continues. So obviously, that I would love to switch out the asset as well, so it is a robot.
What is a robot's head doing down here? And where's the rest of it? This will work for biofuel.
And now I have the second biofuel plant, so I need to get another green one. I have a lot of the bugs around.
The beetles are eating the mushroom. I better not get too close.
And there she's going to avoid the beetle.
Thank Eris. I have enough materials to create biofuel and can return to my ship.
And now she has
I'm ready
everything
to...
she needs.
What's that over there?
And then I added that to draw the attention over here.
It's the robot's power core. I should take it back to my ship and see if I can repair it.
So this would update the UI. So she would have a secondary objective, repair the robot. So now she would go back to her ship and ideally create the fuel. So I don't have the audio triggering that she already listened to, except for the sound effects. So like you hear the bugs when you move past them again. And technically you could also go to this and...
It's edible, but won't work for fuel.
And not
I'll have to keep looking.
Be able to pick it up. But I'm envisioning that now that she has the two objectives, she goes back to her ship, and there she is going to create the biofuel. Oh, and I also added this element where it's supposed to be part of the ship, so it's broke through the cavern wall. So that's part of that there. And then I would also love to have a door that actually opens and closes, and would also add more to this spaceship, so it's not just this metal box. And then you come over here.
Let's get the fuel process started, then I can repair this robot.
And I see this as the end of the level, but what I would also add is some type of like animation interaction to where you are creating the biofuel, you are combining the organic elements, and then also she would, put the robot head on the table and then add the power core and repair it, and then the robot would start speaking, and that would close out this level and then start kind of the next thing. As I discussed in my original concept for the game, I'm envisioning that she will carry the robot head with her, and it will also provide additional clues and interact with the environment. But yeah, that's the level.